I've seen the fight about 1,000,000,000 times. Not because I like it so much, because I can't afford YouTube Premium. And every time I watch a video, it comes on. Let me break it down for you. Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Jesse, and I'm the founder and grandmaster of MMA, Mexican martial arts. Today, I'm gonna be bringing you a Mexican martial arts breakdown. It's like the Gracie breakdown, but better. So I had just sat down with my Takis so that I could enjoy the new ear biscuits.
Welcome to Ear Biscuits. I'm Rhett.
And I'm Link.
When it came on again. And then I had a revolution. It was like if it was calling to me, like if it wanted to be broken down. So for the first time, I really paid attention to it. And what I discovered will shock you. Unless you've already seen it. It's not that complicated. The video starts off with this fool handing Denzel cash.
Could you just help her get in her apartment? Thanks.
Sketch. There's two types of people that carry cash. Your grandma and criminals. Mira, I'm not trying to get canceled, alright? So I'm not assuming that fool's gender. But I'm pretty sure that that's not Denzel's grandma.
How dare you!
And the way that fool walks away from the car, sus. There's two types of people that walk like that. Serial killers, and when you have to take a masa. And the girl in the back, crying and in pain. I feel like we're building to something. Sure enough, it cuts to Andy Samberg and his homies playing cards. And there's a knock at the door. They're clearly not expecting visitors and appear to be somewhat startled by the knocking. Plus, they know what they've done. Yet, when he gets to the door, he doesn't even look through the peephole. That tells me a lot about this fool's judgment. On the other hand, Denzel's judgment was quite impressive. I like the way that he introduced himself in order to manipulate that fool into being a little more forthcoming.
I'm the Lyft driver that you called to take home your girlfriend. Not a girlfriend, man. Just an intern.
And then he tricked him into thinking that the card was invalid.
The credit card was invalid.
That's right. You and I both know that that card was not invalid, because that would be both contrived and incompetent script writing. Denzel played that fool, and he brilliantly took the heat off of himself and put the focus on that fool with diarrhea. And now here it is. The moment you've been waiting for. The moment that replaced the hole that Ty Lopez left in our hearts when he stopped running YouTube ads.
There you go.
Wow.
At this moment, another individual enters the frame. He's tucking his shirt in. He's sheepish. He's disheveled, which reminds Denzel of the reason for his visit.
You're not gonna ask me if you got home okay?
He informs them that the girl's in the hospital because of them, and they don't appear to be remorseful. He asked if they knew her name, and they didn't.
What's her name? You don't know, do you?
That was a big mistake, because Denzel, he doesn't like it when fools don't know people's names. He immediately demands all of their phones and recording devices, because he smells cochino all over the room. Not a gentleman in sight. And unfortunately, we're living in a world where we feel like we have to document every single little thing that ever happens to us on our phones. I was just talking about that on my Snapchat. And you could tell by the looks of these fools that they were really looking forward to having a new post. So instead of handing them over, that fool locks the door. And Denzel knows it's time to get down. He starts his timer because he's still on the clock and he needs to be quick so that he doesn't miss any rides. His 5-star rating is very important to him. I'll be honest, that wasn't a bad punch. That fool was smart enough not to telegraph with his shoulder. If you ask me, I think he must have seen that video with Michael J. Fox and Kimbo Slice. All of a sudden, everybody's watching it because of that beef with Mike Perry, which is ridiculous. Mike Perry couldn't beat Matthew Perry at this point, but I'm not that impressed with Michael J. Fox's point of origin striking either. It's not like he invented it. Point of origin striking has been a staple in the traditional martial arts for centuries, decades even. But I digress. The moral of the story is that fool threw a clean punch. However, he still telegraphed with his mouth. This let Denzel know that he was feeling froggy, and Denzel was ready to swipe that card. I didn't even know they made metal cards, but it was very fortunate that this fool that Denzel needed to equalize just so happened to have one. I myself have been afflicted by credit card pain, unreasonable interest rates, impulsive shopping. But that's a new one. Once he goes down, his homie's like, I think I could take him. But unfortunately, this fool learned how to punch from watching Monday Night Raw. He left himself open to getting equalized. At that moment, the third homie jumped in because he thought that Denzel couldn't hang with the handicap match. He obviously didn't watch the Equalizer, part 1. This was no different. Jake Peralta's posting up in the corner because he doesn't want none. But it's too late for that. Denzel believes in consequences and percussions, and he socks that fool up. And then the poor judgment of the first individual comes into play again. Denzel just went full John Wick. I'll get to him later. On all three of these fools. And he thinks it's a good idea to get back up. Fortunately for him, he suffered no further harm because he used the stun double. All of this he was able to do in only 29 seconds. Well, actually it was more like 32 seconds. I timed it on my phone. At this point, things are finally settled down. Denzel sees that this fool just got caught up in the middle of something.
Call 911 and tell them the truth about what happened in there tonight.
He's gonna let him call the cops and just be on his way.
You know her name?
No.
Uh-oh. I thought for sure this fool would know her name. And so did Denzel. You could see that he was disappointed. But he knew that he still wasn't on the same level as those other fools. So he had some compassion for him. He distracted him so that he could take his mind off of what was about to happen.
For who?
For Amy.
For who?
For Amy. Ah! Ah!
And in my opinion, that alone was worth a 5-star rating. I also noticed that he called him Junior.
Make sure I get a 5-star rating, Junior.
You see, the father absence crisis is very real. There's simply not enough fathers in the home today. So Denzel has taken it upon himself to enter the households of America and spank fools that don't know how to act right. The role of America's dad was vacated a while back. And even though Tom Hanks thought that he was slick and tried to swoop in,
You know, magazine cover recently called me America's dad.
Denzel is the new daddy.
Who's your daddy, Gary? Who's your daddy?
You.
Uh-huh.
The thing that was the most shocking to me was that he did all of that for only $16. I feel you, Denzel. Honestly, when I saw the 5-star rating, I kind of wished that he had given him like 2 or 3 because I just wanted to see what Denzel will go back and do. Thank you for watching Mexican Martial Arts. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Late.